What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Slayin' It with Radio podcast. I am your host, Radioslay. This podcast, if you're not familiar, it's a quick hitting one, meaning the episodes are only about 10 minutes long and we cover everything. And that includes life, sports, video games, music, you name it, we will cover it. Today's episode has to deal with charities and how we can help out those charities. Um, we know that there are hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands of charities out there in the world that really need our support for whatever their cause is, whether it's battling hunger, maybe it's battling domestic violence, bringing awareness to suicide. I could sit here all day and name all the different kinds of charities that really need our help. And when I say help, there are so many ways that we can help. A lot of times when you say the word charity, you think of monetary donations, and that is a noble way to help out a cause. That's not the only way, though, of course. We can always donate our time. We can spread awareness by posting it on our social media outlets, telling friends and family about a certain cause that the charity is promoting and trying to help out. So many ways that one as an individual could go about and really do good and make this world a better place to live in. Um, you know, I always say many times at the end of the podcast, do something nice for someone, and I've been trying to do that myself as well as promote that because you know I think this world could be a better place if we just did those little things. If each person in this world did one nice thing for someone, it could be anything. You could help your neighbor out, maybe carrying some groceries in. Perhaps it's making a $20 donation to your local charity. Maybe it's just something as simple as saying hi to someone as you're walking by on a 30-minute walk on your lunch break. You don't know the impact that that can have. And if we all did those little things, add all that up, what kind of world would we be in right now? But getting back to the charity thing, one of the things that, as I mentioned before, that we can do, and a lot of us do, and it's a very noble thing, is take our hard-earned money and put it towards a good cause. Um, and one of the things that actually bothers me is, I know how social media can be a negative and toxic place, but when somebody goes out and makes a donation, um, I really would hope that we can stop what I call donation shaming. And what I mean by that is there's two angles that you can look at this. For those that maybe only donates $1 or $2 to a charity of whatever that charity might be, um, don't attack that person. They don't have to spend their money and donate that money. We all work hard for our money, whatever it is that we do for our well-being. And that person, for whatever reason, maybe it's they're just feeling nice and generous that day. Maybe it's a cause that hits close to home. They decided to take their hard-earned money and donate towards that cause. So why, as we as a society say, "Oh, you only donated $1 or you only donated $5," what are you being cheap? That person could have donated nothing. Okay. So I think we need to celebrate all the wins, no matter how big or small they are, because all those dollar donations, all those $5 donations, they add up. They can add up, certainly. Um, on the flip side, uh, and I know this might be a little bit more controversial, we see some of the large companies out there. I won't name any of the companies, but you know, sometimes there are charities, sometimes there are disaster relief funds, whatever it is that they need our help, and any monetary donations that we can make could really help out whatever that cause is. And you see these large companies, make a $10,000 donation or $1 million donation, something extremely generous, but society wants to tear them down and say, "Oh, you only donated $10,000 or you only donated $1 million? Your company pulls in $1 billion. That's like me donating $10." That company did not have to write that check and donate it to that specific charity. Whatever the reason is they did it, and there could be a numerous amount of them, right? They could have done it again because they wanted to help out. They could have done it because maybe the person that makes those decisions, again, maybe hits close to home for them, or it aligns with their core values. Um, could be a tax write-off. Maybe they're doing it for free publicity. Whatever it is, that money's going to go to good use. Okay. And number two, and this goes for both cases that I have brought up, we do not know what other charities they might have donated to. So yeah, maybe that person donated $1 or that company donated $1 million. How many charities have they donated to? We don't know that. And it doesn't matter if we know or not. Okay. They could have donated to 100 charities. Somebody that makes 40 grand a year could have donated $2 to 100 charities. And all of a sudden, that $2 turns into $200 they elected to donate to many different charities. We don't know that. So who are we to judge people that elect to make these generous donations? Again, whatever the dollar amount is, they're doing it for a good cause. And I think we need to recognize that and stop what I call this donation shaming and celebrate the fact that, hey, this person donated $5. Hey, that company just elected to donate $100,000. That's very generous of them. That's $100,000 more or $2 more than that charity had before they decide to write that check or hand them, a couple bucks or do a Venmo or whatever it is. I think we really need to celebrate all of those wins. And going back to looking at this thing holistically, you don't have to donate money. You can donate your time. There's a lot of places out there where you can volunteer and help out that way. And I think that's as equally as good as writing a check or throwing some money in a jar. And I think it's great that a lot of people, take their time or money, whatever it is, and put it towards a good cause. And I think if we all collectively do that together as a world population, not just here in the States where I'm located, but if we do that as a world, where would we be? How much better would this world be? Um, myself, I try to donate to some of the charities out there. I'm as you guys know, I'm active on Twitch, and some of the streamers out there do run some charity events to raise some funds to help out whatever their cause is, and I try to throw a few dollars this way, a few dollars that way, and um, you know, nobody's encountered me at least, and hopefully they won't, saying, "Hey, you only threw down X amount of dollars," because I could have done nothing, but I elected to take some of my money and put it towards all these different charities that they're trying to fundraise for. I try to be a nice person out there. Could I do more? Probably, and I'm working on that. I'm trying to be a better person each day, and that's my goal as of late. Is um, I'm not lining up a metric type goal or a resolution goal. It's just be a better version of myself the next day. So, just to wrap things up, with charities and just overall life. I think we can do better out there. Really think about the next time that you go out there, and if you see somebody that could use a helping hand, reach out and help them out, whatever that is. And if you're able to, if it's something as simple as giving them a couple bucks, maybe you can treat them to lunch, or you can provide some of your time and help out that way. Um, this I really think this world could be a better place. So, uh, love to know what your thoughts are. What are your thoughts are on charities? Do you have a preference on donating money, donating time? Do you think one's better than the other? Have you encountered some of this, what I call donation shaming? Has somebody approached you negatively about you only donated this much money, whatever that amount was? Um, but to think what your thoughts are on large companies donating. Obviously large dollar numbers, but do you care what the cause is? Do you think they should donate more? Again, love to hear all your thoughts. Please leave a comment in the comment section, along with anything else you guys want me to talk about in the comment section. I'll be more than happy to cover any topic in a future podcast, as long as I have some kind of background and experience with it. If you want to talk to me live, you can catch me out on the Twitch platform. As I mentioned, I'm a Twitch streamer out there. I am live normally on Sundays, 10 to 11 a.m. Eastern Time, and Wednesdays and Fridays, 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. if you could drop a follow, subscribe to all these social media links up there. I'd be very grateful if you did. But we are about out of time. So again, do something nice for someone out there. Stay hydrated, and we'll catch you next time on Slaying It with Radio.